Hello everybody, James Daniel here. Welcome to our beginner piano series. Our aim is to help you get the solid foundational knowledge you need to increase your chances of sounding great and being a better musician. And you're always welcome here once again. I'm James Daniel. In this lesson, we'll focus on the three notes voicing and we'll talk about the so far one. So for now, let's get started. So what is the three notes voicing? The three notes voicing is basically three notes that determine the quality of a chord. If that's so big, that determines how the chord sounds and feels. That's basically so. Basic harmony for jazz is the seventh. This is the seventh stacked using the tertian harmony. Tertian harmony just means stacked in thirds. It's a tetrad. So a tetrad is a four note stacked in third, and notes being stacked in third, it's called the tertian harmony. How do we get the three notes voicing? These are four notes, so it's basically not clear. So we have the quality. It seems like everything in music has quantity and quality. This is like the quantity, which is like a four notes 1, 3, 5, 7, and the quality is determined by where the note is being placed. In jazz, the first and the fifth is played by the bass, third and the seventh is played by other instruments. So the bass holds the roots and the fifth. What's beautiful about this is you then have opportunities to play all the notes that you want to, but we won't talk about that in this lesson. I'll be in other lessons. So this determines the quality of what's the quality. It determines what it sounds like and feels like basically. So this is the third and the seventh. This is stacked. This is a tetra stacked in tertian harmony. The bass plays why we all play this. There's something beautiful about this. What we do is we play as pianists or other instruments. This is called, for now, just know that it's a rootless voicing. We'll talk about rootless voicing in coming classes, but this is a rootless voicing, the third and the seventh. If this is the first degree, let's go to the second degree, which is this. The same thing happens. We play the root plays the one and the five, which is this and this, right? So you think of this as the roots whenever you're on the key. So every chord is seen as a key. If you're on C, C is the root here. If you're on this is the root here. This is the root here. So you then have the bass play the root and the fifth. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 1. So you have the roots, the bass plays this too, which is 1 and 5, and you play this. Just like for the major, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The roots, the bass plays 1 and 5, and you play the third and the seventh. Because the third and the seventh determines the quality of every chord. Just know that the third and the seventh determines the quality of every chord. If you think of this, you think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. You see that the roots and the fifth is being played by the bass, and the third and the seventh, right, is played by the right hand. So the bass plays this and you play this, excluding the fifth for now. So or you go to the third, which is you see as 1. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1, like this. So you play the roots and the fifth, which is 1 and 5. This as the 5, which is, and you play the, or you remove the 5 for now. You come to the fourth, and the bass plays root and fifth. This is, then back to the 1. You plays roots and fifths, and you play the third and seventh, which is A and E. So you play A and E. So you have this on G. But there's something different about G. If you look at all the intervals that we worked on, it's just a perfect fifth. If you don't understand what a perfect fifth is, I have a video that the first video I talked about scale, degree, intervals, and the rest. You can go watch that to understand what a perfect fifth. So that's like the foundational thinking before coming and jump into this video. Thank you so much. So this is a perfect fifth. Right, if you don't look, the third and the fifth, the third and the seventh is a perfect fifth. For the second degree, third and the seventh is a perfect fifth. For the third degree, third and seventh is a perfect fifth. For the fourth degree, third and seventh is a perfect fifth. For the fifth degree, which is this, right? You see, it's not a perfect fifth, it's a diminished fifth, or we can call it a tritone, because this is right. So it's not a perfect fifth. For the sixth, the bass plays the root and the fifth, while we play the third and the seventh. So you have this, right? Then for the seventh scale degree, you have the perfect fifth. So the roots plays the roots in this diminished fifth, while the third and the seventh you play this, which is like playing. So it's absurd that we have just these for our fifth, the diminished fifth. So it's different from every other scale degree because the third and the seventh is a diminished fifth interval. So what do we do with this? Basically, we have for one, we have this two, third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the sixth, then back to our one. So music moves in fourth. We'll talk about that in some other topic, but for now, we know that music moves in fourth. Now, do we know most of our favorite songs? Hey Jude, ba-da-da-da. So if you look at it, it's a fourth interval. Hey Jude, ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. This is a perfect spot. Then come back to da 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 da. You just moving from here to a fourth backwards, to a fourth backward. I mean to a third backward to a fourth. For the next class, we'll talk about the scale degree, each scale degree, and its use. For now, let's just know that it moves in four. So, what you can practice for now is you think of your two. So, on the key of C, this is the first scale degree 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't understand it, you can go back to the first video about scale degree and intervals. You see, like there's a thorough explanation for all this. You can play this as a two, which is think of the third and seventh, right? This quality of the chord. So you have this, the root plays the fifth, I mean the root and the third and the seventh, right? This is it. Then for the five, for the five you have the third and the seventh. What you do is you play the two, and for the five, you just move this, the one up here, move it here. So if you think about it, it's just like an inversion. This is B and this is B. So you can do this and come back to do this. But there's something called voice leading. Voice leading basically means moving to another chord or series of chords using the nearest notes possible. So if this is C and I want to move to G, which is this, which is the top 1, 3, and 7. What do? This is nearer than this, right? I don't just move from here and this. I'll have to think of the law of voice leading, right? 2, then our 5. You see, play this as our 5. Then to our 1, I'll play. So the 1 is the 1, 3, and 7. So which is C, E, and G. So we have our 2. Then the 5. Then think about it. If you are to move to the 1, thinking of voice leading, I think the nearest notes to C, which has E and B, you can just move from here back to here, right? You already have your E and E here. You're moving just a finger, so you can do this, then which has the seventh and the 3, and back to the 1. That's basically the 251. Or instead of copying a fifth here, if you go a G lower octave, I think it resolves better. So that's basically a 251 chord and a 3-note voicing. But this is just the major 251. There is the minor 251. From the major 251, we go to the minor 251. From there, we go to the 4-note voicing, 5-note voicing. Then everything opens up to you. But this is the foundation. So I'll explain again. This the third. This is the second scale degree, and the third and seventh. This determines the quality of the 2, right? So this is the third and seventh. Then the 5. Instead of coming here, right, you just take it an octave lower. And like I said, the voice leading helps. Let me come in. Voice leading helps. It's a law that you go to the nearest, use the nearest notes available. You don't just move from here to here. Yeah, it's correct, but thinking of voice leading, like I said, you just have to put principles into practice, which is to What is this is already seventh. What can you do? Just move this finger to here, and you have your five, then your one. What you can do is see the same law of voicing. This is your seventh of the key of C. D is the seventh. So you just move this to E. So you have this, and there's something you can do after this. You'll have to take it on all keys. Take it through all keys.